Well, Mark, guess what?
What?
We are in Ottumwa, Iowa.
I knew that.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. We always argue like this. But we're here in Ottumwa, Iowa at the video game capital of the world. And
the whole entire world?
Yeah. We just got thrown out. So,
how often does that happen, Terry?
Yeah. Quite a little bit. It's actually gone flying into the other room before, too.
So, Terry, you're going to show us around?
Absolutely.
I'm going to beat Mark in a video game. So, tell you what, folks, be sure to like and subscribe. We really enjoy it and appreciate you doing that. So, come on in. We're going to check this place out.
Okay, before we do that, I want to know, though, what games did you play back in the day?
I was a Galaga fan.
You're okay. Don't quite see you playing Galaga, but Miss Pac-Man is more your speed, I
don't
think.
go there. Let's go on in, folks.
Welcome everybody to another episode of the Backroads Channel with Mark and Rich, and we're in a real special place today. This is going to take us all back in time to our teenage years. And if you're like me, this goes back to about 1980, 81, right in that neck of the woods when the video arcades were really in business in a lot of communities. And I'm seeing games in here that I have not seen in probably 40 years. So this is really a treat to be here. And Terry Bertlow is with us. He's the manager of the arcade here. And Terry, just tell us a little bit about this place, the name of the business, and how it all got here.
All right, well, thanks for having me, first of all.
Oh, you bet.
So I am a little under today, so hopefully everything comes out okay. So how this all started, you got to go way back to 1981, November of 81. A guy by the name of Walter Day opened a little arcade downtown Ottumwa as an excuse to play more video games. But little did he know, that arcade downtown Ottumwa, literally overnight, became the most famous arcade in the world. The next thing you knew, all the top players in the country were flocking to Ottumwa, Iowa, to showcase their skills, play the best of the best. What he did, I mean, holy crap, this is before internet,
So yeah, I haven't seen a lot of these games since then.
Right.
Newer ones have always come in, but...
Right, yeah, we gotta just stick to the classics here.
Yeah. Now, you were telling me earlier, this isn't the only one you've got. You've got several other locations, too.
Correct.
Where are they all at?
So we're here in Ottumwa. We have the arcade here in town. We also offer laser tag, miniature golf. Our Oskaloosa location at Penn Central Mall, we have arcade, ice cream parlor, we have duck pin bowling, axe throwing, golf simulator. Grimes, Iowa, we have arcade, ice cream parlor. We're also in Rochester, Minnesota with arcade, axe club, ice cream. We have a spot in Ankeny where it's just straight up ice cream. That's all we do. It's all made from scratch, in-house, every day, real, fresh ingredients, no artificial stuff. The best ice cream you'll eat. We have an ice cream spot in Sioux City, downtown Sioux City. It's just ice cream. In less than a month, it has literally blown up.
Wow.
In Sioux City. It took off so big that they actually just signed a contract. We are now the official ice cream of the Mid-American Center in Sioux City. So all your events that take place there, you're going to be eating, the product.
And probably reasonably healthy for you, given ingredients that are in a lot of other commercial ice creams.
Right. We even offer non-dairy and all that too. So, and then we also have an ice cream spot in the mall there in Sioux City also. So,
tell me about some of the classic video games in there. How did those kind of see a resurgence in popularity?
I don't think they ever became unpopular. Does that make sense?
Sure.
I don't think they ever went away. You know, the arcade scene, I mean, yeah, it died out, but you've always had arcades. Maybe not necessarily on this scale. I mean, I remember when I was growing up, you know, we would go to like Tilt. It was basically all redemption games. You win tickets, take the tickets to the prize counter. You know, there's probably more arcades today than there was in the 80s.
So why the popularity in arcades?
It's because the people that were teenagers in the 80s are just kind of reliving their glory days. You know, a lot of those people now have arcades. They own arcades themselves. And, you know, the concept that we do here, a lot of arcades do. You put everything on free play. You don't mess with swipe cards, the tokens, the quarters. You pay a flat fee. It's all on free play. They come in, they just play to their heart's desire, you know. Which, you know, I mean, the world's largest arcade is actually Galloping Ghost Arcade in Brookfield, Illinois. Same concept. It's $20, but you can play. I think they're open like 14 hours a day.
Wow. Talk about the Life magazine article.
So Life came to town, and they shot for the end-year review for 1982. So it was actually published. It came out in January of '83 because it was the end-year review for 1982. So Life actually came to Ottumwa, and they brought, you know, a photographer. They pulled games out from Twin Galaxies out into Main Street. They brought some cheerleaders down from OHS, and they photographed the top players in the country right then and there. And even today, here we are in 2025, you show that photo to anybody that in the gaming community, they know what that photo is. That's you know, everybody knows what that is.
And you actually have a couple of those original copies?
Correct. Yes. Yep.
Are they on display here, or
they are not.
Okay.
They are not on display. Probably should be, but they're not on display.
That would be quite a keepsake, to be sure. What would you consider to be some of the more popular games of the classics?
Well, I mean, right here behind us, you know, you got Donkey Kong, you got Miss Pac.
Tempest is here. I remember that one.
Yeah.
And then my favorite over here, Stargate and Defender.
Right. Yeah, I mean, everybody has their favorite. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody has their favorite. There's some people, they don't maybe have a favorite, they just like playing everything. You know, but definitely, just lost my train of thought.
Now, some people like me, I tended to gravitate more toward the space type games. Galaga,
Sure.
yeah, Defender, Stargate. They also had one, you don't have it here, at least I didn't see it. They just used a single joystick. It was called Gorf.
I know what you're talking about.
Yep,
Yeah.
but it went through different levels, and those were just so much fun.
Right. Yep. What about Time Pilot? That's one of my favorites, right here.
Okay. I don't think they had that one in the arcade.
Kind of just traveling through time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually saw Asteroids.
Yeah.
Asteroids, would that be one of the games that really kind of started everything? It seemed like that was one of the first games that I remember.
It was one of the ones, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of them. I mean, everybody was cranking out games. Some of the rare games too is like the Rockolas. I mean, for every like rock, I think that if I remember right, I think for every one Rockola that was made, I think it was like 10 or 12 Nintendo cabinets ever made. So like Rockola would be like your Nibbler, Jump Bug. I'm trying to think what there was like a balloon one that they had too. I can't remember what it was then. It was called was it balloon Flight or something?
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
So
what's your favorite?
I don't have a favorite.
You just like them all.
I just like them all. So I go to arcade and play them all. But I'm also a big pinball guy.
Pinball,
I love
okay.
pinball.
And you've got several of those machines
Right.
here, I see.
Yeah.
And I've seen several people at them, so pinball must still be as
Pinball's
popular
hot.
now.
People like pinball.
Yeah, pinball's great fun.
Yeah.
So people want to come, they come, they pay a flat fee, and they can stay as long as they want.
Stay as long as you want. Yep. Within the business hours. of
Sure,
course.
sure.
So, there's some days where we're so busy, like we hit closing time, we still have people in here. 5 minutes past, 10 minutes past. Sometimes we've had up to like 20, 25 minutes past. Finally, hey, we closed like 20
half an
minutes
hour ago.
guys. I don't want to be that guy, but you gotta go home. So.
And individuals, group rates, parties.
So it's all. Okay. So pricing, it's $13.50 per person, ages 5 and up, and that's just for the arcade, and that gets you all day. We give you a wristband. That wristband allows you to go in and out of my door all day long. Okay. So if you got here on a Saturday at 11 o'clock, you can come in, play for a couple hours, go grab lunch, come back. We also offer different combos. So the combos would include the arcade. That's where you start adding in the laser tag, the miniature golf into those combos. So we have like an arcade laser tag combo. You get one 10-minute round for $17.50. Or you can do 2 rounds of laser tag and the arcade for $21. Or you can do 3 rounds of laser tag and the arcade for $30. But let's say you don't want 30 minutes of laser tag. That's okay. Let's say you want to do 2 rounds of laser tag and you want to go down and do a round of golf, you can do that. So on some of those combos, it's ultimately what you want to do. More people tend to gravitate more towards the laser tag than the mini golf. The laser tag is really popular. Parties, absolutely, we do parties. So we offer different things for parties. So you can do there's a couple different options for business hours. So there's a $20 per person option. You get the arcade for the whole day, tables and chairs for 2 hours. First drink is included, and then you get choice of either a 10-minute round of laser tag or a round of golf. The second option is $25 per person. You get everything the same as the 20, but you get 2 picks instead of the 1. Both of those parties, we allow you to bring in your birthday cake. You can bring in your food. We don't care what we've had people with taco bars set up in here before. You do whatever you want for food. Kind of the exchange for that is you just buy the drinks from us. We also rent this place out for private parties, private events. And so if you want just the arcade only, for $250, that gets you 2 hours in this whole room for you and your guest, up to 40 people. If you go past 40 people, it's just $5 for each person past that 40. And the best part about renting the place out privately is we allow you to do BYOB. You don't have to do that, but the option is on the table. I don't think there's anywhere in Ottumwa where you can get a whole room for 2 hours for $250. I'm giving you all the games to play, and I'm going to let you bring your beer in if you choose to do that. And with the private parties too, you can even add unlimited laser tag for 2 hours for another $250. Get all the games of laser tag you want in. If you need more than 2 hours, we can accommodate you. It's just an extra $125 for each additional hour passed. So I think the party rates, I think are very reasonable considering where we're at. I think those are very, very reasonable rates.
And where is the mini golf course?
Yes, so the golf course, it's dinosaur themed. It's T-Rex mini golf. It's an indoor 15-hole miniature golf. It's $6 per round. And then we also have some different stuff down there. So I think it's like 2 rounds for 8, 3 rounds for 10. Don't quote me on that. It's on the board in there. But yeah, so there's some days where that golf course is really busy too. Sometimes it's busier than this end, if you can believe that.
Absolutely, I can believe it. Anything else you want to talk about?
A few minutes later.
Looks pretty high tech.
So when people come in and they want to do laser tag, obviously you pay at the front counter. If you've never been here before, we do have a waiver app that you have to fill out and sign. It's just a standard liability waiver. You know, trampoline parks, anything that, you know, axe clubs, anything like that that does like a vigorous activity like this insurance requires you to have a waiver. So basically we brief them right here, explain the rules, explain the equipment to them, and then we take them into the arena. So everybody gets issued a headband. It's got lights, and so they wear this on their head, and basically they're aiming for these lights. These lights are actually lit up. So that's what they're aiming for. That's how they get their hits and kills. They can also aim for the end of the battle rifle and the 3 windows here. They can get hits and kills that way. The battle rifles, they automatically reload. Within the software, we can make this a standard battle rifle, or we can turn this into a Gatling gun. We can turn this into a flamethrower. The sky's the limit. We can even turn the battle rifle into pepper spray. There's lots of stuff that you can do within the software.
The flamethrower would be cool, I'll bet.
Yeah. You know, and they all have a scope. You don't, like, some people use the scope, some people don't. It's just a preference thing. That's pretty much it. I mean, so yeah, once they get suited up, then we take them in. So if you guys want to follow me, we'll take you on a little tour. So I'm going to actually have Jenny just start up a game, just so you guys can get the whole experience in here, how loud it really is in here. So this is the pre-match. This is what it sounds like, okay? Once we push start, it's about an 8-second delay. She just pushed start. At the end of the delay, it gets a little louder in here, as you can see. Everybody's headbands light up, so they locked and loaded. So during team play, we have 2 bases. We have a red team and a blue team. So the red team base is actually over here. So the red team, we call this the warehouse. So their starting point is right here. Every time they die, they have to come back to this respawn box to come back to life, to be able to start shooting again, okay? So now we're gonna just work our way into this middle room. So they have a tower that they can run up to. We have one team mode called King of the Hill. It's kind of like capture the flag. So this is actually what they're fighting for control of, this tower and that box at the top of the hill there. So we'll go into the third room. It's Cosmic Galaxies. And it is an abandoned arcade. So as you can see, we abandoned arcade with full-size arcade cabinets in it. Question that we get asked a lot: do these games work? Actually, yes, some of them do. If we plug them in right now, they would fire up and you could play them. So blue team, their base is in this room. Their starting point is back here. And then their respawn point is on the back of the big fish reel right here. So each match is 10 minutes long. And I'm going to tell you, 10 minutes in here feels like an eternity. We have people, they get out here at the end of the 10 minutes like, wow, I just got a workout. And so we always joke, like, why buy a gym membership when you can just come here, do a 10-minute round of laser tag, and you get your cardio and everything in for the day. So then at the end of the match, it'll say who the winner is. They go back out to the lobby, make their way to the TV screen, and it basically displays awards medals, shows everybody how well everybody did or didn't do inside the arena.
So is that the reason for the waiver, because this is more of a strenuous activity, or?
Correct, and it's just we have to have it per insurance. It's a requirement. Again, you go to a trampoline park, they're going to make you sign a waiver. You know, you go to an axe club, you have to sign a waiver. You know, even like Sky Zone and all that. You know what I mean? I think it's, you know, yeah, you have to. It's just you have to do it.
A few moments later.
All right, here we are. We're at T-Rex Mini Golf, which is part of the Old School Entertainment Co.'s umbrella here at the Quincy Place Mall. So let's go inside and check it out. So it's 15 holes of miniature golf. You just walk in, pay at the counter, or you can pay it at the other end. We'll give you a receipt to bring down here. You get your scorecard, your ball, your putters. Hole one is right over here. And you basically go down this back stretch, and then you go into the black light room, which is all glow in the dark in there. You come back out over here, work your way around, and you end right here.
Now, why the T-Rex theme?
So we actually, our company bought this. So we bought this from the previous people. So this is not our design. I mean, we just bought it. You know what I mean?
Inherited the T-Rex theme.
Right, right.
Do themes need to be changed out every now and again? Just to keep
Not
things
necessarily.
fresh, I guess?
Not necessarily. I mean, you look at some of the bigger places like, let's see, like Wisconsin Dells, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg. I mean, do they change their themes on their mini golf? No. And people go there year after year, year after year. They get those repeat people. We may have bought this, but we're still getting customers from the previous ownership that still come here. People love it. The little kids like this. You know, so I would say no. Maybe in some places, but overall I would say no.
And it's nice actually having an indoor mini golf course.
Right.
You know, you're not subject to the elements
Correct.
and all that.
And you can be open all year long with it being inside.
Climate
Climate control.
Yeah, so it can be 20 below outside, or it can be
Right.
100 in the shade, and it doesn't matter.
Right, it doesn't matter. You just come here and be comfortable and get a game of golf in.
A few minutes later.
Well, folks, that's going to wrap it up here on the Backroads Channel. I still think I beat Mark.
He didn't.
Still think I did,
He didn't.
but we'll discuss that later.
In his dreams.
What do you think, Carrie?
Hey, thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Anyway, we hope to see you here at the arcade real soon.
We appreciate it.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
guys.
And folks, don't forget to like and subscribe. We really would appreciate it so much. And another thing, folks, check out our other videos that we have online there. You'll see something I'm sure that'll interest you right here on the Backroads Channel. And as we always say, the Backroads Channel, your back roads to adventure.